What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,400 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. And because you guys love on me so very much, I get to chat with pretty amazing and awesome people. And we have the pleasure of having with us today founder of Vitagenne, Lee Lancaster. I'm going to get it right because I'm a little tongue-tied. You know, we're in quarantine life here. So founder Lee Lancaster and Dr. Swati Varanasi. Hi, you guys.
Hi, Ash. Yes, Lee Lancaster. Thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you guys so much for... You. Yeah, no, definitely appreciate you guys for, having time in your schedule. I know you guys are busy with all kinds of stuff. But Lee, Dr. Swati, let our audience know, how did you guys make the connection as far as you, Lee, as an inventor, and Dr. Swati?
Well, you know what it was? It was funny. We did a CBD hemp-derived coffee event in Santa Monica. So obviously we're a local company to Los Angeles, and I was actually going around the local area, handing out flyers, inviting people to come to our hemp-derived CBD coffee event. So we wanted to showcase the fact that our CBD oils are flavorless, and you can put them into coffees and smoothies and other drinks. And Dr. Swati is an integrative health pharmacist in Santa Monica and works out of a pharmacy there. I just happened to walk in there and, obviously, showcasing our products and inviting people to the coffee event. And we actually just hit it off from there, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. I was very interested in the products, and we were able to have a really good conversation about the product line. I was able to ask them questions. I had great answers, and it kind of just went from there.
Gotcha. So why do you guys think that CBD products are becoming more and more popular?
I think I'll jump in here. I think it's just because people are very cognizant of the fact that, pharmaceuticals can be quite damaging. People have looked to medical marijuana, for example, to soothe a whole range of ailments. And, CBD, most people's connotations are quite negative with CBD. Even still now, with all, the education pieces, people think, you're going to get high, and, there's all these weed connotations where if you're just using, the CBD aspect of it, it kind of removes all of those connotations. And that's what we've done at Vitagenne to work very hard to make sure that, we've removed all the barriers for people wanting to try, and feel the effects of CBD. And it's becoming so popular now. I mean, obviously, the Farm Bill passed back in 2018, basically blowing open the markets. So, obviously deregulated it as a drug, and now people are free to, to buy it. And I think it's calming people's, anxiety around, wanting to try it.
Gotcha. What would you say are some of the most popular products, the most popular Vitagenne products that a lot of your customers just keep coming back for more?
Well, you know what? It's actually changing over time. Initially, it was the CBD oils, because that's kind of like the classic CBD product. We developed the CBD oils to be CBD isolate, so it's just pure CBD in MCT oil, which has a coconut base. They're flavorless, so like I said, they're very versatile. So you can mix them in coffees and smoothies and sports drinks. You put it under your tongue for 60 seconds for maximum absorption, and you have that as part of your daily wellness routine. Now, as we've started to sell it, more mainstream, the products that we're selling more of now are more towards the sleep caps that have got melatonin in them. Now, personally, the sleep caps are one of my favorite products because, as you can probably tell from my accent, I'm not from the US. Originally, I'm from England, and then I lived in Australia for 15 years, and I've been back and forward here now for the past 5 years. But for me, jet lag has a massive impact. I've got a 4-year-old daughter. With this pandemic, she's bouncing off the walls. Right? The best part of her day is at 7:00 every day when we get to honour the first responders and the medical staff by banging pots and pans out the window. She loves that. But for me, I travel a lot. The jet lag is horrendous, and our sleep caps are one of our best sellers, just purely because of the fact that they've got natural ingredients in them, like melatonin and valerian root, active ingredients that will help you relax. I get such a great night's sleep, and it helps sort out my jet lag very, very quickly within a few days. And then the alternative, best-selling product that we have at the moment are actually the creams. They're topical creams with CBD isolate in them in a couple of different strengths. They're a bit like Tiger Balm almost, but obviously with CBD in them. And the creams, people use them for to help with sports injuries. Like the young people, they use them for sports injuries and muscle repair. Older people use them for things like arthritis and help with their knuckles. And I personally didn't actually feel the effects of the creams because I didn't have any sports injuries. And then I did weight training earlier this year and totally blew out my back. It was like one of those situations where I couldn't even roll out of bed. And obviously, luckily enough, we've got the cooling creams, and I rubbed it on my lower back, and I'm not joking, within about 20 minutes, I was able to move again, and I was totally mobile, absolutely magic. So I would say that those are probably the two best sellers at the moment. Especially now, considering everyone's cooped up at home, stress levels are through the roof, and you've got young kids running around. It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Wow.
I can actually speak to the creams as well if we have a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
So I use the creams also all the time. I've actually given them as gifts too, just because I've had such good relief, and I feel like I'm using them more also with the work from home scenario going on now, and because I feel like I'm hunching over a little bit on my laptop, which I shouldn't be doing, but the cream is working really well, like on my upper back. So I think it's a great product.
Yeah. And that, I was just saying, with CBD becoming more and more popular, it is, it's pretty much everywhere now. There's very few cities in the U.S. where you cannot find a CBD store. So things are becoming more and more accessible to the public. And do you feel as though these products are definitely going to help with people with all this anxiety that we're having? We're dealing with the COVID-19, and there's a lot of uncertainty in the air. Should people turn to more CBD products?
I think, it would be probably good to turn to Dr. Swally just around the science behind it, I think, and obviously how CBD does help, obviously, with anxiety and relief. Take it away, Doctor.
Yeah, sure. So in terms of research that's been published and ongoing research, there's really, really good evidence that shows that CBD can be great for anxiety, and then anxiety kind of feeds into sleep if people's minds are still racing and they can't sleep. So those two combination, I think CBD can be a great option. And then on top of that, CBD has been shown to be anti-inflammatory, and then with that anti-inflammation, that impacts one specific receptor, so CB2 receptor, that is in the endocannabinoid system. And so if you're impacting that receptor, that is anti-inflammatory, but also that receptor is very much linked with the immune system. So it could potentially improve your immunity as well. So I think CBD right now could be a great option for a lot of people.
Awesome. Last but certainly not least, what advice could you all offer to anyone out there that is considering starting their own CBD brand?
Oh, well, that's easy. Don't do it. No, I'm joking. I think... Sorry, I couldn't help myself. No, look, I mean, in terms of CBD, I think, the real struggle for anyone out there is obviously, market penetration. And I think that's one of the things that, we really have to look at when building the brand is to, how do we differentiate ourselves? How do we get out there? Like the things that we really wanted to focus on is obviously, what the customers' fears were and how that we could alleviate them. So, one of the main things that, we had to overcome, obviously, very early on was the whole quality question. Thankfully, we've obviously, invested a lot of money into making sure that we are only one of 15 brands at the moment that have been certified by the US Hemp Authority. We overcome that, fear because there is no higher standard that you can hold yourself to than the US Hemp Authority certification. It basically means their entire production line, everything about the business has been obviously examined, audited, and obviously looked, through a microscope basically to make sure that everything is best practice. You have to look at what are people scared of? People are scared of failing drug tests. So we made our products with hemp as opposed to marijuana. They all have 0.3% and under of THC, so you're not getting higher for these products.
Yeah.
I think you've got to look at what the customer wants and what their fears are and how to address them, because at the end of the day you can have some great plans for a CBD business in terms of what you want to call it and try and conquer the world, but unless you've got unless you can tap into what your customers truly want, what they truly need, I think you're going to struggle.
Awesome. Well, Mr. Lee Lancaster and Dr. Swathi, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate both of you guys, your time.
Oh, thank you for having us.
And Lee Lancaster, let everyone know. I know that you said that there's you bring a special gift for just my listeners. Just my listeners alone.
Yes, just your listeners. Yes, especially prepared for you. We're actually going to offer a 20% discount off of our products from our website, which is www.vitagenne.com. And I'll spell it because sometimes people get it a little bit wrong. It's VITAGENNE.com. The 20% discount code for everyone to use is very simple. It's just going to be AshSaidIt20. AshSaidIt20. And if you use that, you get a 20% discount off our entire product range.
Sounds like a bet. Thank you guys so very much. Much more success the rest of 2020 and beyond. We definitely would love to have you guys back when you got some new stuff to talk about. I know there's some new things in development. Can't talk about it yet, but
absolutely
working on that.
Yep.
So we definitely appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you so much. And thank you to each and every one of you guys for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Next time, you guys.